What is up, guys? Welcome back to Motorhead YouTube channel. In today's video, we're back to work on our S2000, and actually today a lot of parts are out for delivery, including the ignition, so we can get it running. A couple of parts already came in, including the soft top piece. As you guys know from the last episode, we were missing this piece, so we couldn't finish this and finish buttoning up the interior, but that came in. Big shout out to Super Mario Cars. He sent it out, he got us next day delivery, and we got it pretty quickly. So now we can go ahead and install it. Go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. He also works on S2000s and Porsches and all such cars. So we're gonna go ahead and start on this interior, get that bracket in, and once we get that bracket in, we can put all these plastics in and go from there. Here it is, so we're gonna go ahead and open it up. See, it's a simple little metal bracket.
All right, let's get it installed.
Let's do it. All right, guys, and the bracket is installed, and check that out. It looks perfect. Everything's nice and tight. I'm really happy with how this whole soft top replacement went. Everything turned out very amazing. I was kind of skeptical because a lot of people online were saying it's very hard to do, but it looked great to me. The only thing left to do is we still have to glue these ends down, and then we have to put these seals back on. So I'm gonna do that a little bit later, but just now the mailman dropped off this little splitter. As you can see, I think it makes it look amazing. The black really ties in with everything, and it sticks out just a little bit. It is supposed to be out a little more, but as you can see, it goes with the wheel. And I also ordered some side splitters, and they came in. So I want to go ahead and put those on real quick just to see how it all looks. So I'm going to lift this car up and get it all installed. All right, so I got it all installed. I'm thinking I probably should move it back a little. I don't know, I don't like how it sticks out so much. And then also I'm kind of iffy on these side skirts. I don't know if I'm gonna leave them on there. I'm thinking maybe I'll just buy some that are more subtle. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I don't really like the look of them, but it all does tie really nicely together with the black wheels. Went ahead and put the Brembo stickers on too. I got red ones to match the car. I think it looks amazing. I was gonna go yellow with them, but I decided I'm just gonna leave the blue. The blue is very subtle, not as noticeable. I don't know if I'll do yellow. That was my other option. Might pop out too much. So we're gonna keep it at that. It's looking pretty good. Now that that bracket is in, we can probably go ahead and start putting the interior together. So that's probably what I'll start on. But let me know what you guys think. Should I keep these side skirts? And also the splitter, should I move it in a little? I can always just move it back and cut off the excess here, but that's how it sits. So let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on this interior. All right, guys, so it is the next day here, and instead of putting that interior together, we're decided that we're gonna get it on the lift and get this thing running. That way we can drive it around, because we're sick of pushing it everywhere. So let's get it on this lift, and then we'll go over what we need to do. All right, so we went ahead and buttoned up the fuel line underneath, and now we're gonna go ahead and put some oil in it. I just bought some cheap O'Reilly's oil because we will be replacing it. I just want to flush it out. So let's go ahead and give it an oil change, and then we'll start putting together the ignition. All right, so we went ahead and installed the ignition. We got the ECU in, everything's ready. Picked up a hot battery. Mark, you think it's gonna start?
Oh yeah, it's gonna start. This is a spaceship right here. It's gonna go 220 miles an hour when it's finished. And you know, I'm ready to test it out and drive it. And put a rocket bunny kit on it.
Nah, we ain't putting a rocket.
Let's put a rocket
Hey,
bunny.
this boy got that fresh merch though. vtune.com.
Go ahead to vtune.com, copy some merch, all right?
Yes,
Support
sir.
the channel and me.
Hey, how's it gonna support you? Cause your boy's on the come up, yeah? Yes,
there
sir.
we go.
All right, Vlad's getting the battery in. We're gonna see if this thing will crank up. Is that all that, is it ready, Vlad?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mark, go do the honors.
It's ready. I'm about to show you how it's done. Where's the clutch?
It's already pushed in because
okay.
it's not pumped.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Did it light up?
No.
Is that battery shot, Mark?
No, it's a fresh battery.
Hold in the clutch.
It's in.
Yeah, we got a weak ground somewhere, bro.
Weak ground.
I thought I was gonna be cool starting this car first start. Dang.
No, sir. Hey, be careful with that door.
Bam! Hits the side, destroys the Motorhead Co. Never gets to come back to the shop again.
All right, guys. So unfortunately, we're having an electrical issue. It is the next day, and I actually got another harness from the house, and so we actually need to swap it out and see if that is the issue. So unfortunately, we got to take this dashboard back out, replace the harness, but it's no big deal. We'll get it done. So let's get right into it and waste no time. All right, so the old harness is out. Vlad has the new one. We went ahead and cleaned it up. So let's go ahead and install this bad boy. All right, guys, so we got the harness in, and we went ahead and plugged up the ignition and the power button just to see if we can start it. That way we don't waste our time. So let's go ahead and give it a test run. You think it's gonna start?
I don't know. We're gonna see.
Ooh, that's working. Alright, so as you can see, she runs amazingly. Started literally like first turn, so that's awesome. It is currently disconnected. The header is disconnected from the exhaust, so we do need to put the cat on. That's why it's so loud. But now that we know that it starts, we can go ahead and put the dashboard in and button up this interior, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I got the interior in. We went ahead and test started again. Everything's running nicely. Now I want to move on to this front end right here. I did order the 2 plastic pieces that go here, and they came in. Unfortunately, one of them has red overspray on it. That's a pretty funny coincidence that this also has red overspray. Now it's gonna look like we did it, but it didn't show it in the pictures, but that's fine. I don't really care. So I'm gonna install this sway bar, and then once I get the sway bar installed, I can put those covers in. We have an upgraded sway bar right here. It's gonna look super nice. So let's get all this put together and we'll go from there. All right, so I have this underside buttoned up. I'm thinking the next thing on the list will be to do the coolant, but before I do that, I need to put this catalytic converter on and connect these two because it is pretty loud, and we're gonna have to make sure the coolant goes through all the system, and I don't want it to be screaming out here. So I need to go get this gasket right here. This one is still good, and then we can put this cat on, and then I'll lower it down and start doing coolant. So let's go to O'Reilly's and we'll get this piece and we'll come right back. Selling drugs over there.
Here you go, Skittles.
Wait, can I have that?
You know the backstory on that, don't you?
Of course I know it.
All right. It's the converter gasket, you said?
Yes, sir. Anthony, you working?
I'm just sitting here with my lover. Why?
Really?
Sitting there for you too? Yes. Well, all the more before people know. What, are you afraid of us now?
Are you ashamed?
Yeah, you ashamed?
Look at him. Wouldn't you be? I'd be ashamed too. For the front of the converter?
Yes, sir. That's the one I need. No, actually, I think that's a crush one. I need this, that little triangle one.
Triangle? Okay.
Yes, sir. Hopefully you got that. We can... All right, we got our gasket. Thank you, sir.
And all of your change, thank you, sir. You have a wonderful day. If there's anything else we can do for you, you come back and see us.
Yes, sir. Come see this guy right here. Right here, Juan. He's the best employee here.
What? He's the best employee here.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back and try to do a refund and see what happens.
Y'all have a good one. All right, we got our gasket. So let's go ahead and install this cat and then we'll go from there. All right, we got the cat on. Now it's not gonna be super loud. So let's go ahead and lower it down and get the serpentine belt on, and then we'll start doing fluids. All right, so Vlad is hooking up the headlight I forgot to hook up. Then we can put that headlight in, button that up. Pretty much everything here is done. We need to put this serpentine belt on, burp the system, and then we're gonna do one final oil change. As you remember, we put that cheap oil in there just to run everything through. And I'm going with Royal Purple, the best of the best. You know, we want it to be nice, we want it to last. We got Mobile One filter, none of that Wix garbage. So we're about ready. Once Vlad gets that hooked up, we'll start doing this serpentine belt, and then we can get the fluid in. Much quieter. All right, guys, we got the coolant in it. We got it to operating temperature, and we want to go ahead and put that interior together. So we need to put the wheels on and roll it forward. But before we do that, I actually want to change the oil real quick. We got the Royal Purple 10W30. We wanted to put the nice stuff. For now, we ran the generic stuff because this motor has not ran in a long time, and I wanted it to just run through. So we're good now. We're gonna drain the fluid, put the new fluid in, and put the oil filter on. So let's get into it, and then we'll go ahead and get it off this lift. All right, so first things first, we're gonna replace our filter. We got the mobile one. All right, now we're gonna get the wheels on, that way we can get it off the lift. All right, so I went ahead and pulled it outside. Starting to look very nice. Everything's coming together. We got fresh oil in it. We can't drive it though, unfortunately, because the slave cylinder is leaking. I went ahead and ordered a new one, so the next episode we'll get that on and it'll be driving. So all that's left to do is actually put this interior together and put that slave cylinder in. I didn't put the interior together though because something's up with the fuel level meter and it's not reading the fuel right, so gonna have to look into that. Also the trunk, we can go ahead and put that together. So it's pretty much all done. And then we'll go ahead and cut and buff it, get those nice new emblems on it. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and wash it, get it all clean because there is a lot of grime on it and we did get oil all over it. So let's get this thing cleaned up. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. We got a lot of stuff done on the car. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish it up, but I did plan on making another episode on this car anyways because I want to cut and buff the whole car. The paint job does look good. Vlad did an amazing job, but I still want it to be perfect and flat. There are a couple of spots that have trash. So next episode, we're gonna button it up. We have the slave cylinder that we have to replace, and then we have to pump the brakes completely, redo that interior, well, not redo it, but put it fully together. We just have to find out why it's not reading the fuel correctly. Once we get that figured out, we'll button all that up, and we have everything for the trunk to button it up also. And then these pieces aren't on yet because the clips, they're pretty much impossible to take off without breaking. So I broke like all of them. So I'm gonna order new clips and then we can put that on and the exterior will be done. I can't wait, guys. Stay tuned for all that. Next episode, we'll be driving this thing. I can't wait to drive it, see how it feels. So stay tuned for all that, guys. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co if you want the inside scoop on all of this. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.